Ciao, beautiful people. Welcome to our ninth episode of Max's Movie Lounge. But before I start, I want to say thank you to the followers, to the subscribers. Thank you very much from the bottom of my heart. And the number is growing day by day, which I'm very, very touched. It's a little production, so every little helps. Thank you. And I can see the subscribers are from all over the world. From New Zealand, from Germany, from Greece, from the States, from Italy, of course, and from the UK. Thank you very, very much. But okay, today we got a program packed of funny things. We are going again on the other side of the pond, and we are going to New York. A lovely man, a lovely comedian, a lovely actor and producer. His name is... I'll tell you later. Let's start the show then. Here we go, guys. We are again in the States. I'm always in the States. I don't know what's going on here. Last time it was Chicago, and then I went to Washington. And now we are in New York because we go our lovely Edu Diaz. How are you, Edu? How are you?
How are you doing? I'm so glad and so pleased to be here.
Oh, it's a pleasure. Lovely meeting you, Edu. And where are you? I said New York, but are you in New York?
Yes, I'm in New York. I'm in West Harlem,
Ooh.
which is a lovely neighborhood, actually. Plenty of Dominicans. I'm from the Canary Islands, and I feel like I'm at home because the people and especially old women are very similar to the Canary Islands. So like same style, same haircut, same way, same mood, and also the food. The food is very similar in the Canary Islands. So I feel like home. I don't have to even speak in English here in my neighborhood.
Exactly. Your Spanish is so useful in where you are now. That's fantastic. But let's tell our listener, what are you doing in New York right now?
Well, that's what I ask myself sometimes. What am I doing? Well, I'm an actor and a producer and mostly in theater. So I feel, with imposter syndrome here in your podcast. But wait for it, wait for
You
it.
deserve it.
So I'm an actor and producer. I work for, I had like a marketing and communications background first, and suddenly I realized I didn't want to become like a marketing manager or something. I just quit my day job and I dedicated myself to the performing arts, which was my passion since I was a kid. So basically, I worked in Madrid for more than 10 years, producing theater, performing and acting as much as I could. And then I got a Fulbright grant that brought me to New York City 6 months before the pandemic. And the goal was to produce a show I was creating, a solo show. Basically, the pandemic, what happened, right?
I think.
So, so yeah, basically, I say, okay, my Fulbright grant finished, and I had to come back to Spain, and then I say like, okay, I'm gonna come back to New York City just to finish, my goal, just to reach my goal to produce my play, and so I did.
Indeed.
And I'm staying here, and I never know when will be the time to leave because New York City is not forever.
Is it not? Okay.
No.
But what's the name of your show? Because there is a show right now. Guys, you can even check his website. Then we tell you how to follow him on social media. But you got a website, which I'm looking at right now, is Edu Diaz, Edu spelled Echo Delta Uniform, and then Diaz is very, very Spanish, Delta India Alpha Zebra.com. So if you go on the website, you can see everything, what he did, and what he's doing right now. And the show you are touring is called A Drag is Born. Tell me about the show.
Well, the show actually is the second show that I'm producing and performing in and creating in New York City. The first one I was talking about before, it was very intense. A Drag is Born. It's a sketch I was doing like all around the city and in different venues, like very iconic venues, by the way. And it was like a 5-minute sketch. And then, I realized that I was having a lot of fun and that the audience was very receptive. And I said, like, okay, I'm going to turn this into a full length show. and an hour show. And so I did. So I premiered last month at the New York City Fringe. I won 3 awards,
Wow.
which was very unexpected. Yeah,
Well done.
the show won 3 awards, three. So I can believe, and then I got like very nice reviews. So it was like such a unexpected experience, and very, I would say, tough,
Hmm,
rough, and also rewarding.
exactly.
So yeah, and now I'm going to Orlando now in May, and then I come back to New York City probably.
Indeed, you are in Orlando on the 21st. You got a gig on the 21st, 23rd, 25th, and 26th. You are in Orlando, and then you're coming back for June in New York, 15th of June and
Yeah.
23rd of June. You got the other gig. So,
Yes.
and fingers crossed. More gigs, more gigs. And maybe you can come to Europe again. You never know.
Let's see. Let's see. To be honest, I don't know. I mean, what I know for sure is that Spain opportunities for actors are very, very limited.
hmm,
So there's I love the TV shows. They're that, and the films. The quality of the films and the TV shows is impressive in Spain, and I would love to be a part of them. At some point, I'm actually looking for agents now in Spain because with the industry over there. But the opportunities are very, very limited. That's the thing.
as you said, the Spanish production, but also the Latino production, because now on Netflix there's Griselda.
Mm,
That was an amazing
mm,
series. The majority is spoken in Spanish.
yes.
So, and there are other production on Netflix all in Spanish, which is fantastic. It's a good thing to have original languages like Italian series,
Yeah.
Spanish series. It's a great thing to, and it's such a beautiful thing to see movies with original language with
Mm,
subtitles. I love it. It goes against me because my other job is I dubbed movies in Italian. So I'm learning and I'm doing.
yes.
So I'm shooting myself on the foot saying that, but it's such a beautiful thing to see the actor, proper actor with his proper voice,
Yes.
acting. And then, okay, I know it's challenging at the beginning, reading, but hey, you feel the passion. You can. I love it. I love it.
That's
So,
great.
and that's it. Now they're doing so many productions in the States as well with the Spanish language. Fingers crossed they
And
do.
that's
Have a good agent.
yeah. Let's see. And it's great also to see like another cultures in the in TV shows
Mm.
like on Netflix and HBO. Got the experience of the festival I performed in the New York City Fringe. That they were like a lot of international performers, or not very international, just from the south of the U.S. or from Canada. And they brought like very unique stories, and I think that's incredible. And how can I relate with the grandma of a performer from Nevada? Nothing to do with the
Mm.
Canary Islands. And however, I was like really attached to his story. That's very magical. How global we are, the stories are.
Going back to the drug is born. Did you find any difficulties, any challenges putting this display on show?
Yes, I the first thing is that my shows. This is my second full length show as a creator, as a writer, as a performer. So the first challenge to me is just to be faithful and honest about what I'm what I'm writing actually, and when I'm performing as well, because it happens well with the first show are very personal. So I'm talking about my stuff. If in the first show, which was called Fantastic Mr. S, I was dealing and addressing, it's more dealing with the grief of my parents and friends. For the second show, I was talking about my sexuality and my
Mhm.
sexual orientation. It's more, so I had to be like really, honest about how how to transmit fun, because I mean the show is super fun. It's a clown show. I don't even say a word, and it's fun. I mean, communion with the audience. It's fun, but at the same time is very deep. So the goal was that, just to be honest and to be brave at the same time, as a performer and as a queer person, like asking myself, how many times do I have to, did I have to hide, or to be unfaithful with myself? And, these kind of questions as you have to ask when you're 40, because this is a middle age, crisis show as well.
It is. So I would love to see it. Honestly, come here,
Please.
come here.
Or
Hopefully, you never know. Maybe Netflix will buy it
yeah,
and we can see it.
let's see. Or come here, come here.
Okay. Absolutely. I love New York.
Yeah,
So yeah, that would be. So keep doing it,
yeah.
okay? So,
Let's see. Yeah,
fingers crossed. Fantastic. You being an actor in television, big screens. So and even if you check his website, guys, you can see his show reels and stuff like that. So you did quite a few appearances on the television as well,
yeah. I mean,
Edu.
on TV, it's been like more like anecdotic so far.
Mhm.
Well, now actually, wait. There's a TV show on Netflix called Asunta. I mean, it's a very
Okay.
sad story about, a real story, about a partner that killed or the adoptive daughter in Spain. Like it's
Okay.
it was like a very famous case. So they just did a Netflix series. I so like years ago, I was on TV, and it was like it was like
Yeah.
semi-fiction, semi-reality
Hmm.
about the trial of this case, and I was the only actor on that TV show, and I was basically that the guy who opens the door of the
Yeah.
place with the trial. I'm missing like a lot of words in English about this, but I was
Totally.
like the servant. I was the not a servant, but
Okay.
the yeah. So I had like a little intervention there, but I was the only actor. It was a lot of fun. That was years ago. I've been doing more films. I've been 3 feature films and then many short films. And I gotta say that
Yeah.
I love film. Oh my god, yes, I love being on a set. Being on set, it's one of the most rewarding experiences for an actor, I think.
I can see on your CV because you got a CV on. So you did the last one on the list is The Chain.
Yeah, the chain.
And
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
are we able to see these movies sooner or later somewhere?
Yeah,
So
actually, I think that. Oh no, the chain. But yeah, third week is gonna be premiered as a feature film. It's a film that I shot here in New York City, in Staten Island.
okay,
That was, oh my god, such an experience. you know, just
well,
to shot a film here in New York City, that it was like a dream come true, I would say. And also, it was like the second time I arrived to New York City, just to premiere my show, just after the pandemic, right? And the film is about second opportunities, and I felt like really, related to the story. And my character was such an interesting character, Puerto Rican, actually, Ricky. Oh, it was such a great experience. And the director, Jordi Torrent, he's a very interesting human being. He lives in New York City as well, but he's from Catalonia, from Barcelona, I think.
okay.
Third week is going to be premiering in Spain, I think, around May
Well,
and June.
oh, fantastic! So I'm sure we are able to see it
Yeah,
even here then in the UK. That would be
yeah,
fantastic.
yeah,
Well
yeah. I
done.
think so.
And maybe you never know. Maybe I will dub you in Italian. You never know.
That'd be great. That'd be great.
Oh, fingers crossed. No, no,
Yeah,
perfect. And then I can see theater. Theater. You've done a lot of theater,
a
Edu.
lot of
Lots
theater.
of
Yeah,
theater.
a lot of theater.
I can see. And also training. You did quite a lot of training, even with very good people, very talented people.
Yes, to me, as an actor, I always keep training. Because
Yeah.
it's the and I found amazing how how every single master I've worked with has like a different approach to the craft, and I found this fascinating. Actually, I've been mostly studying clown and physical theater in the last year and a half, and before that, I was working like as a very intense actor, really intense acting coaches. It's amazing how both worlds join and how these different approaches enrich my craft. And if there are actors listening to this podcast, I would say study with as many masters with different approaches as you can, because that will open up even more your artist, and it's very important.
Indeed. But also, you do workshops as well.
Yes.
Tell me more about these things. So, which kind of workshops are you doing?
Yeah, basically what I'm doing is just to mixing up all the learnings of all the masters I've worked with and putting them together. And actually, I really love teaching. In the acting side, in the producing side, I also have, because I have the marketing and communications background.
Exactly.
And I also studied here in New York City with Ken Davenport. Ken Davenport is a Broadway producer, and I studied with him like a year and a half. It was during the pandemic, that I joined his group, the Theater Maker Studio, and I studied with him. So I have the marketing communications background, and then his amazing, lessons. So I'm teaching as well how to market your show in performing arts.
And that's so important. So important.
Yes, and Max, I think I'm good for other people's shows, but when it comes to sell my shows, I'm the worst marketer ever.
Always the same, Edu. Always the same. With external eyes, we can find the issues and everything, but we can see our own. So we are, you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right.
Yeah.
That's why we need you to check on my job, and and somebody else checking on your job.
That's it. That's it. Especially for this show. I mean, this show has like a plenty of possibilities to market it. I'm doing a drag show. Oh, come on, Max. Well, I don't know, because this is a podcast, so I don't know. But I can do with wigs, with some
nice big. Is a blonde or white wig?
It's a white wig, actually.
Is a big white wig. Oh, look at that, George Washington! But it's more. We will put these things on social. Don't worry about it.
I love it.
Even the listeners can see it.
For sure. Yeah. It's more.
Beautiful.
So I could be doing like Instagram reels forever. I could with I have like a bunch of wigs all around, but I don't, and that's part of the show's topic at the same time. Like I didn't tell you before that the show is about a guy that suddenly, like magically, becomes a drag on stage, which is ridiculous. So so he gradually becomes more sophisticated, and at the same time figures out who he is in reality. So it's
that is good. Yeah. That is good. Let me just grab again your touring thing. The Drag is Born. So you're going down now. You're going down to Orlando.
Yes,
correct.
Yes, and I'm gonna be in the pink venue, because they have like a they call the venues like with different colors and so on. They're very well organized. So I'm gonna be at the pink venue at the Orlando Fringe, starting May 21st. And then in New York City, I'll be at the Queerly Festival, but I don't know yet the dates. And it's going to be at Anderson Marks Theater.
That says from the 15th and 23rd days on your website, but could be different.
It might be it might be changing. So
we change.
Yeah.
So you can post and on your social media. Actually, you are on Instagram. Are you on TikTok as well?
I am on TikTok, but I don't use it much. You see?
Yeah, you will. Probably, it's me too. To be honest, I'm just started my account on the Max's Movie Lounge account. It's just 7 on TikTok, 7 followers. So, but the videos are watched, so I can see like 700, 800 views. So we're getting there. There. But you are in Instagram. Yeah, and your name, you can see, guys, if just below the podcast, you can see his address.
Thank you.
Go in there, click it, follow Edu, so he can tell you also about the dates, the new dates for the drag is born.
Yeah,
So you can go and watch him.
yeah. I gotta tell
I
you
can't wait.
that I'm already working on the next show. So I'm like,
Cool.
yeah.
Do we
Nice.
go and a name of the show? The name is born already, or you don't have a name for the
The
show?
name is
Do we have
born.
a scoop for us?
Yeah, it's called Petrus.
Petros.
Petrus. Yes. Yeah.
Oh,
Let's see.
Is in
It's
the
in
air.
early development, so I'm beginning the process. By the way, I gotta say that that maybe your listeners are saying, like, asking, like, what is the theater maker doing here? that I that I used like a bunch of films as a reference for every single creation. What I do is just to watch a bunch of films, and for A Drag Is Born, I had such a lot of fun watching the 90s, all the films in the 90s.
Priscilla. I don't know if Priscilla you watched it.
Priscilla, you know this. Mrs. Doubtfire. Mrs. Doubtfire is,
Yeah.
I think, is the top reference for A Drag Is Born. Then Tootsie. Do you remember Tootsie?
Yeah,
Yes.
Dustin Hoffman, of course.
That
Beautiful.
film is hilarious. And what else? What else? I have the In and Out for sure.
Yeah, very good.
Yes, Some Like It Hot, of course. All that films.
Yeah.
Yeah. And for the character, by the way, I don't know, because the 40-old-year virgin. It's the silliest, the silliest film.
I love it.
But Saturday, I was rewatching it. I was like, actually, this film is good, and I miss this kind of films. That I think, Max. What do you think? I think that the sense of humor is kind of missing, and
We need to. I know. It's going down a little bit, but we need people like you, Edu, to just to fight for a laugh to make people happy
yes,
in theater.
yes, I'm missing that.
We need these kind of things.
I don't know.
Exactly.
I don't know. Yeah, maybe I'm getting old. That's the thing.
Don't worry, Edu. I'm older than you, big time. So, and it's not getting better. Oh God! But hey, no, keep doing what you're doing. You're doing very well, and I can't wait to see you live on stage on New York or in London, because it's a potential. Your show could be easy in London.
Yes.
And in anywhere. So good luck. But are you going to the cinema recently? Are you keeping up with the movies at the cinema, Edu, or
honest.
not yet?
No.
So you don't know the top 10 movies now in the States, because there are very good movies at the moment. I must admit.
Oh, really?
Thank God, it's been quite bad.
Yeah, I know.
But
I know, Max. That's the thing that I went. I went to the movies. Like a couple of times in the. I think it was last year, and I was so disappointed. Like, listen, I'm not gonna pay $16 or $18, which is the ticket price here for the movies, just to see that. I'd say, okay, I'm not gonna. Yep, I loved Barbie.
Sure.
I love Barbie. I think
really
it's the last film that I like it.
I really enjoyed it.
Yeah,
it was fun. It was really good. Well made movie. No, it's very, very good. But now there are in the top 10. There are quite good movies. Like, let's start with the new movie on number 10 is Boy Kills World. It's a new movie coming out. Sounds okay, a little bit silly, but it's there. But Dune Part 2, God, is making a fortune. It's 280 million right now. I don't know. Are you sci-fi guy? Do you like this kind of movies? Dune?
I love sci-fi,
because I'm not.
But more like silly sci-fi, like Ghostbusters, but not the recent film. No, please.
It's still there. The reason is still there. Actually, it's number 8. It's just above Dune. So, Ghostbusters: Frozen Empire is still number 8, and they made 108 million in the States. So he's doing quite well. Even Kung Fu Panda 4 is number 7 right now. Then 6 is the Ministry of the Ungentlemanly Warfare. So it's a very complicated title for me.
What is that, like superheroes?
But the cast is quite good. Cavill is there. The Superman, ex-Superman, is no Superman anymore. This guy, but Superman.
Oh yeah,
and
I saw the ads for that. There are 2 guys in a boat, I think.
Exactly. Yeah. It's very. It's there. It's not huge success, but it's okay. Number 6 in the States. On number 5, you like horror movies?
I love horror movies.
Abigail is number
And it's
5
good?
in the States. Abigail, I haven't watched it yet, but I heard because last week I had the guys from the drive home.
Mhm.
So these guys, when they're going to watch a movie, they drive back and they record themselves chatting. And they said, Abigail, one of the guys said, it's good.
Okay.
He really enjoyed it. And there's a little girl who bites. She's a vampire. So nasty little girl. Nasty little girl. But they're making quite good money. So number 5. Number 4 is Civil War. Civil War is based on New York, especially but in the States.
Mm-hmm.
And because last week the American guy said it's too close to home, so they were feeling a little bit uncomfortable and could possibly happen. So I haven't watched it, but they were like, "Ooh, this dangerous." But they said it's a very good movie. They told me to go and watch it, and it's still making good money, 56 million. Number 3, Godzilla and Kong. Godzilla and Kong, they don't want to go down. Honestly, it's still there. I haven't watched it. It's not my kind of thing.
No.
But
No.
Godzilla and Kong, still there. Number 3. Number 2 is Unsung Hero. It's based on a remarkable true story. A mom's faith stands against all odds and inspires her husband and children to hold on to theirs.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever. That's number 2. But number 1 is Challengers. Challengers with Zendaya is doing quite well. Mm-hmm. It's like a triangle in the world of tennis. The marketing was great. The marketing was very good because they were showing the scenes where the boys were kissing her in the same time. So creating a little...
Of course.
But
of course.
Number 1. So
yeah.
That's good.
Last night I couldn't sleep. So I began like a new book, which is The Hype. It's like a bestseller, I think. And it was actually interesting. It was just talking about, how to promote yourself in the arts in general. So yeah, I mean, if you're interested, I would say, the first chapter was hype. The author was able to create hype for the whole book.
I'll give it a go then.
Yes.
Edu, I would love talking to you for hours and hours,
Me
but
too.
I think we are reaching the end of our podcast. And let's remind our listeners that they can follow you on Instagram. Please check the link below. And I think it's Edu Diaz Actor.
That's it.
Something like that.
That's it.
That's it. Edu Diaz, but you can see the spelling just below the podcast. And in TikTok, you will go in TikTok.
Yeah.
You are perfect for TikTok.
I have the same handle for TikTok.
The same thing, Edu Diaz Actor.
Yeah.
And if they want to come to see you in Orlando, you are there from the 21st to the 26th. You are there in Orlando, and then you are back to New York. But we will follow your posts to finding out the correct dates in New York as well. With A Drag Is Born. Edu, it's been a pleasure. You're a fantastic guy. I hope keep in touch.
Of course, Max. Of course, and thank you so much for having me. I hope I can go soon.
Brilliant, Edu. Fantastic. See you soon. Okay. Good luck with your show.
Thank you so much.
Ciao, Edu.
Bye bye.